McKenzie, and as I'm doing this, I'm trying to multitask and go to the Inforum Michigan page right now to push us live onto Facebook. And as that is now coming up, I just want to do a brief introduction. So for those that are watching live on Facebook, they have a sense of what just happened. The video just came up on screen. Who are these crazy people that are presenting? So I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction here. I'm just going to say Inforum Troy, and I'll come back later and put some more into the text there so people have an understanding of what's happening. But we are going live on Facebook. My name is Brenda Meller. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Inforum Troy Affinity Group, and we have a great presentation that we would normally host at Walsh College, but since the world has shut down, we are now going on the internet, and we're doing our meetings virtually. So I'd now like to turn the floor over to our presenter for today, who is a fellow Inforum member, Evelyn McKenzie of Hire a Wife, and Evelyn is going to be presenting us with some clean green spring cleaning tips. So Evelyn, go ahead and take the floor.
Okay. Unfortunately, my phone is going to show, you see my picture, but my phone is what's going to be up in your screen, unfortunately. I don't know how to change it on my phone. But anyway, I have a handout for you guys with this information on it that I'm going to be giving you, so you don't have to take a lot of notes right this second. But I did look up a couple of new things, and one of the first things, of course, all of us want to know is how we disinfect for coronavirus. And the best thing that you use is bleach or isopropyl alcohol. So the isopropyl alcohol, what you need to do anytime you use either one of these is to wear your gloves. And isopropyl alcohol normally comes in 91%. Show it up here in the corner. And so it only has to be at 70%. So to get it down, this 16 ounces of alcohol and 5 ounces of water makes it at 70%, a little bit more than 70%. So that's perfect for disinfecting your countertops, your whatever you want to disinfect in your home. Okay? That's the first thing I wanted to tell you. I have all kinds of things to show you that do really good cleaning, but I thought coronavirus is most important. I also found a hand sanitizer. This one I'm going to have to send to you, Brenda, because you haven't got it yet. Okay, I just found it yesterday, but I made it up and it worked really well. So what you need for that is 3/4 cup alcohol, 1/4 cup aloe vera gel, aloe vera, and then 10 drops of essential oil. And it said either use tea tree oil or lavender, and I had lavender at home, so that's what I used. And if you don't have either one of the essential oils, you can use lemon juice for it. And all you do is pour them all into a glass container and then whip it like crazy. It took about 5 minutes to get it to the right texture. You know, you don't want it real runny and all that kind of thing. So it took about 5 minutes to get it to the right texture. So you really have to whip it with your whip for a good long time. But then you pour it into an empty bottle and you can use it. So that's your hand sanitizer. Now, I did take notes for a lot of things. I have a soft scrub cleaner on my notes, and it tells you use baking soda, water, a little bit of liquid soap, and some vinegar, and it works just like soft scrub. So that's one of the first things that people asked, including Brenda. When you said counter space cleaner, I need to ask, what type of counter do you have? Okay. Never mind. Okay, so if it is a granite cleaner, I have one granite cleaner here. It is just a 1/2 cup rubbing alcohol, 2 cups of water, and 6 to 8 drops of Dawn. And they do suggest Dawn. They say it's the best. It cleans birds, so it's got to be good for the earth. But anyway, that granite cleaner is what I use for all my granite countertops that I clean, and it really makes them nice and shiny, which is what one person said, and it really does a great job for your counter. The other thing I use, if it's not granite, like mine are corian, and so I don't have to use the rubbing alcohol and stuff for it. What I use is some vinegar. I buy it really big. Half vinegar, half water, and about 6 drops of Dawn. Dawn is great for this kind of stuff. That I use on countertops. I use it on sinks, Brenda. It really does a wonderful job in your sink. It makes it nice and shiny and all of that kind of stuff. So that's something that I use for cleaning that. I'm going to have to get back to you on the iPhone and the computer cleaner. I'm not real sure on that. Lysol, for anything that I use Lysol for, I use my vinegar, water, and Dawn. It is awesome. It makes everything really nice and shiny and clean. So that's what I like to use. I don't know what to tell you about comment. Somebody asked about what I use on floors. What I like to use on floors is, it depends on what kind of floors you have. If it's a laminate, or a tile, vinegar and water, half and half in a spray bottle is what I use. If it is a hardwood floor, you can use that also. But I do buy a hardwood floor cleaner for some people. The vinegar and water cleans it. It looks good, but it doesn't give it a real shine. So I go to Home Depot and buy a hardwood and laminate floor cleaner that makes the shine great. The one thing I don't use is I don't use Bono. And the reason is, and you guys can use it if you want, but the reason I don't use that one, B-O-N-O, is because it becomes slippery on the floor. And I had a client who almost fell, and he had already had his knees replaced and stuff like that. And right after I cleaned the floor beautifully with Bono, because that's what she wanted me to use, she went back with vinegar and water and cleaned all the floors. So I felt really bad when I heard about that. That was awful. But so I thought I'd let you know that that's what happens with floors. Windex. I have my glass cleaner here, and it's a 1/4 cup vinegar and 4 cups water. And I put that in a spray bottle, and I use that all the time. It really does a good job in place of Windex. I don't know about your 7th generation wipes. I don't use any wipes. I have many, many cloths that I have, and I use on pretty much all the countertops and all that kind of stuff. I'm using my spray with the vinegar, water, and the Dawn, and using that, or else at this point, the isopropyl alcohol would be what we would be cleaning with first, and then after you've got it sanitized, then I clean with the other stuff. So that's what I'm using right now. I don't use any wipes. I'm going to have to find out what we can use for a natural weed killer, because I don't know off the top of my head. Flat top stove. I would use my soft scrub substitute for that. You do need a little bit. It's got the baking soda in it, and the liquid soap would help break the grease. It's got the baking soda, which is a little gritty, but it won't scratch the top. And then it has vinegar in it too, and that also does the grease type of thing too. So that's the kind of thing I like. And somebody said a duster like Pledge. What I use is Murphy's oil soap and water. And even though it says, well, anyway, I put just a tiny bit in the bottom of a spray bottle, and I add water to it and shake it up really good. And then I spray it on my cloth and dust with that. It is 99% natural. So if I can find something that's 99% natural out there, I will use it. So that's what I do for that. The scrubbing bubbles, I'm going to tell you that I really like the vinegar, water, and Dawn for that. I have a couple other things that is on my little sheet of paper. You can use, we also have a scouring powder that's 1 cup baking soda, a cup of borax, and a cup of kosher salt. And that can do scrubbing like on pans and different things like that. One of the things I wanted to show you today is, see, it's hard to tell, but see my pan, it's a copper bottom pan. One of the things I really like to use for a copper bottom pan is ketchup. And I'm going to just rub a little spot on here, and you just let the ketchup go into the pan. I think I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and we'll rub it off in a little bit, and you'll see how good it works. Also, got any silver around your house that needs to be cleaned? Toothpaste. It needs to be the white toothpaste, the regular toothpaste that's white. So you can get that at the dollar store. And you just wipe it on your stuff, and you wipe it back off, and it's clean. So it works really, really well for you. I have, nobody said anything about microwaves, but a lot of people do not like to clean out microwaves. They are really hard sometimes. So you wet down 3 paper towels with water and then lemon juice, and you put them in the microwave on high for a minute, and then you wipe it out, and it pretty much gets all that stuck on stuff from your microwave. While we were talking, somebody had said tile, okay, the tile and grout cleaner, people who want to clean their tile and grout, I use baking soda and vinegar, a mixture, make it a mixture, and just put it on the grout with a toothbrush, get it in there, and that works really well. Also, if you have a cup, I've been working on this since we said we were going to continue do this. See how dark my cup is? Baking soda, I go with big. And vinegar. And you know how it makes a nice volcano. It also bubbles up real nice and then does a great job on your cup. It'll get those stains out just like that. See how it's white in there? That's the only part but it comes out really easy. So those of us who have been just drinking out of the same cup forever, since this thing started 24 days ago, you might have a really dirty cup. That takes care of it really quickly and easily. What else did I write down? Oh, dishwasher tablets. I looked up on the internet while we were talking and found that they have some eco-friendly ones that you can buy. But if you want to make your own, there's also, I haven't done this yet, but I Googled it and it said, use 1 cup of baking soda, a 1/4 cup salt, 2 teaspoons of all natural dish soap, and enough vinegar to dampen the mixture. And then you mix that all up, and then you add more vinegar until it holds together when you compress it between your fingers. But I'll send that with my how to make hand sanitizer. I don't know. I'm going to have to get back to you on a smart TV cleaner because I really don't know what to use. I have always been told don't use regular stuff on a smart TV. So I will find out. The person who said barkeeper's friend, I love that. I love that. It does an awesome job. I use it on my stove when I have hard stains on the stove, and then I use my soft scrub substitute in place of it when I just want to do kind of a light cleaning, you know, so that it's better for the environment and for everything else. I'm not afraid to use the hard stuff. I just like to use the green stuff. And I don't have any real good green things for oven cleaner. So I'll have to look that up also and get back to you. So pretty much I'm done for right now. So if anybody has any questions, I'll put myself back on mute for a little bit, and then you can.
Evelyn, let's keep you on, don't put yourself back on mute if we can. And we've got about 5 minutes to take any questions from the group. Can you ladies hear me talking? Thumbs up if you can hear me talking right now. Okay, because I don't want to have everybody take themselves off of mute. Did a great job. I love, and I'm watching chat here. People love the live examples, Evelyn. We were finally able to figure out how to get you into large screen. I can see it on my view. If you guys aren't seeing Evelyn in large view, go to her video, click on the 3 dots, and then pin her video, and then you'll make her large in the screen. So we're learning as we go. I want to just say thank you all of the ladies who've been sending me tips along the way saying, I can't see her, I can see your screen, we're seeing your file share. Like, thank you for doing that. But I now want to turn the floor back to Evelyn. Do you ladies have any additional questions for Evelyn? And here's one from Anissa for you, Evelyn. It's hard to find some of the products like alcohol, baking soda. Are there any supply companies you would recommend where she can find those?
I bought my alcohol at Kroger's. I buy my baking soda at Home Depot in the big, you know, because I do like having this much for cleaning. And then I buy the gallons of these from Sam's Club.
Awesome.
And it comes with 2.
Very good. Okay, let's see. Andrea Wright had asked the question, I believe this is about tile. She said, does it work for brown grout, the technique that you were sharing?
Yes, yes. There's nothing in it that will bleach it out or anything like that. So it would work for brown grout. The only thing is after you do that, after you get it clean and stuff, you got to make sure that you just rinse it real well to get it off, you know. So because I have found that, like when I used to use baking soda in bathtubs, it used to come out, but you'd rinse it, and then later on, I got called back to a house because the bathtub had stuff in it, and it was baking soda, so it stayed there. So that's when I looked for something else, and I found my, you know, I truly do love magic erasers for soap scum in bathtubs. So
great. Another question here, Evelyn, and I think we're going to wrap in we got a couple more minutes. So if you guys have any additional questions, put them in there into chat and I'll read them off for Evelyn. Sue asks, how long can I store the vinegar cleaning mixture in the spray bottle?
Oh, I use, mine's in there all the time. I just leave it there. I have had no problems, and it's been, I have some of my employees who quit, and then I try and hire somebody, and we know that takes a while. So it's been in there for a couple months without any problems. Okay. I just shake it up when it's time to use it again.
Emily asks, what do you recommend we do with leftover cleaners we replace with these natural options? Is there some other way to dispose properly?
I honestly don't know. I really don't. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. And we appreciate your honesty here too. I mean, we're kind of putting you on the spot here for some of these questions. Really great though, Evelyn. You're so knowledgeable. People love the ketchup thing. So many comments in here are like, oh my gosh, it's ketchup. She's cleaning with ketchup right now.
Yes, but I forgot to wipe it off.
Yeah. So while Evelyn's doing that, I do want to remind several people had asked about her handout. I've messaged you a couple times in chat with that link, and then we're also Stella will be emailing that out to everybody. So make sure that you did register for the session today. If you didn't, drop your email in chat before you drop off here so we can get the handout to you. And let's see here. Everybody was just really trying to help me with the video. I really appreciate you guys with that. Sherry said, I missed one ingredient on the hand sanitizer. She heard essential oils, aloe vera. What were the other items on the hand sanitizer list?
The only other thing was alcohol, 3/4 cup alcohol.
Okay.
A 1/4 cup aloe vera gel and the essential oils. But that's going to be sent out to you too. I'm going to send that one to Stella so that she can send that out also. And I'll put this one for the eco-friendly dishwasher tablet. Well, actually, it won't be a tablet. It'll be just a, you know, the stuff we used to use before the tablets came along. Anyway, I'll have that in there too.
All right. And then I'm going to turn the floor over to Stella to wrap our meeting today. I do want to remind everybody, if you'd like to capture the chat, go into chat and you should see an option for 3 dots and you can save chat. So make sure you do that before you leave if there are things that you want to remember. And Stella, I'll let you wrap us up here for today.